Alright guys, I am in the EcoBoost. This is actually the first time I have got to drive this car since I have installed the wheels, the exhaust, and the strut bar. The weather here in Washington has been shitty and I don't drive this car in the rain. So got a few hours of dryness. I'm gonna test everything out, see how it feels, so I figured I'd do a review. So you guys will be getting it as I am actually filming. I have not even drove this car a mile yet. So let's see how it does. These wheels are 7 pounds per rim lighter than the factory 19s that I had on here. So that should make a pretty decent difference. The exhaust should definitely make a pretty good difference. I did have the resonator delete Y pipe, but for any of you guys that have seen, there's a guy on the forums that actually cut open his mufflers and the resonator. So if any of you guys have seen that, you know how restrictive the mufflers are also. So between it being a single exit and not having that restriction, that should definitely make a good difference too. So far, honestly, just on these little back roads, I didn't think I was gonna feel a difference with the strut bar, but I actually feel a difference. I didn't think I'd really feel it until I started putting other suspension mods on there, but it has definitely tightened up the steering. Now also the offset on these wheels are 25 offset opposed to the factory 42s, so that also is better for the suspension because it gives the car a wider stance. But yeah, honestly, as far as the strut bar goes, I can feel a difference. It's not something super huge, but it's something that I felt right off the bat. So that's a plus. This exhaust is, man, I love this exhaust. I knew I would already, but like I said in a previous video, I haven't found any videos with this exhaust without the resonator, but I'm definitely glad I went that route. It's not too loud, but it's not too quiet either. It sounds really good. It does not have that I don't know, I just feel like all these exhausts, you know, besides a couple of them, I feel like a lot of them, they have like it's kind of hard to explain. The best way I can explain it is I feel like it sounds like a diesel. Like if you guys have ever heard a diesel truck taking off, like I just feel like that's the best way to explain it, is it sounds like a diesel car. But this exhaust, it does not give it that sound at all. It gives it a kind of, honestly, it kind of almost resembles MagnaFlow. And I almost wonder, when I got this exhaust in the mail, they what they do to protect the tips on the muffler is they cut up boxes and then make a smaller box and they put it over the tip. And I noticed that the cardboard that they cut up was boxes for MagnaFlow mufflers. So I almost wonder if they use MagnaFlow mufflers on the Ultimate Racing exhaust. I don't see why else they would have boxes for MagnaFlow mufflers. And I did actually, the day I got it, I looked on the internet, and MagnaFlow does make a muffler that's the exact same shape, size, and everything as this round canister style muffler that's on here. So that would maybe explain how it kind of resembles the MagnaFlow exhaust, and maybe it just sounds a tiny bit different because, again, this is a 3-inch single exit opposed to the MagnaFlow, which I believe goes 3-inch to the Y pipe and then 2.5-inch to the dual section. But I love this exhaust. I can't recommend this exhaust enough. Here in a second, I'll be able to get on it. But so far, I definitely like it. Like I said, I kind of already figured, I did my research. I figured I would like it, but I am more than happy with my choice on this thing. And honestly, the more I look at it, I mean, I think it matters also that I have a black car, but I don't feel like you notice that second cutout for the second tip as much as I thought I would. But again, this is a black car, and I'm sure if I had like a silver car or red or something like that, it would definitely stand out a lot more. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear it through the camera, but it sounds really good. Very happy with it. You definitely hear more turbo noise. Obviously, you're gonna hear more turbo noise. Now I'm still rocking the factory I'm still rocking the factory downpipe, and I'm still kind of in the air if I want to put a catless downpipe on or a 3-inch downpipe on or not. I mean, it basically, from what I get, it'll add about 10 to 15 horsepower. At this point, with the tune and everything else, it's not going to really do anything torque-wise, which I'm not worried about torque. I feel like this car doesn't need any more torque. I'm more worried about the horsepower increase at this point. But I'm still kind of in the air about it. Some people say, it's a must-have mod, and there's other people, that say that unless you're going bigger turbo, it's not really going to make that big of a difference if you have a catback and these other mods. So I'm still in the air about that. If I do get one, it'll obviously be the 3-inch Ultimate Racing downpipe, because I can get the piece where it bolts straight onto this catback. So I will have a full 3-inch turbo back exhaust. There will be no bottlenecks or smaller diameter piping. As far as the wheels go, I really don't feel any difference, but then again, it's the same size wheels, just different offset and a little lighter. So I didn't know how much I'd really feel that or not, and obviously I haven't been able to get on it that hard. But they do, however, look a lot better. I like these wheels, and again, I mean, 7 pounds on each wheel, that's a pretty good savings. So I'm sure if it came down to track times and stuff like that, that 7 pounds per wheel is going to make somewhat of a difference. Yeah, the strut bar is something I would definitely recommend. I'm sure it'd be even a lot stiffer if I would have put that K-brace on. But again, the weight savings, here soon, I am going to go on a major mission, and I am going to try to shed as much weight as I possibly can off this car. So, I mean, that thing's heavy. If you guys have ever felt that K-brace, I didn't think it was going to be that heavy. I've seen plenty of pictures of it, and like the American Muscle videos for the products and everything, and I just kind of figured it was, just a slim piece of steel, but that thing is heavy. So I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, my car already didn't come with it, and in my opinion, the handling was decent enough before. So regardless, it's an upgrade. But if you're thinking about doing the strut bar, especially with how cheap they are, I would definitely recommend it. Again, I mean, right when I pulled out of my house and started hitting the back roads, I definitely felt it right away, and I did not think I would. So I also wanted to talk to you guys about the channel. I will be bringing a lot more things to this channel. I'm actually on my way right now to go look at some GoPro cameras. So for one, when I do these in-car review type things or any kind of review, I don't have this thing right here shaking. And you know, I want to be able to have something I can mount to the car, you know, when I take this thing to the track and start trying to put down times and stuff like that. So I'm actually on my way right now to look at some different options for cameras. But as far as, you know, the future of this channel, I do plan on doing other things besides just the build of this car. I'm going to be doing car reviews, and I want the car reviews are going to be for just any kind of car, whether it's a new car that I can possibly get to do a review on, or custom cars. I mean, I want to do reviews on anything from Hondas to lowriders. So that's something that's going to be coming up soon that I'm going to get started with. And then, you know, like I said, the weather here in Washington is getting really bad. We get a lot of rain already as it is, and especially around this time of the year, all the way till around the end of spring again, it's going to be raining a lot. So probably for the next few months or so, as far as this car goes, it'll mostly be install videos and, you know, just building it more and getting it ready for next summer. But when spring and summer comes next year, I want to start taking it to the track, and not just, you know, the quarter mile. We have a really nice track here in Kent, Washington. So I want to start actually doing, I'm not sure exactly what you'd call it, but like an actual, you know, track. Like I want to start participating in an actual track, and, you know, with doing laps and working on my time. So I will be doing a lot of suspension mods this winter as well. Again, I am going to be doing the quarter mile also. And then, you know, stuff like, you know, I want to eventually get this car. The next thing I got planned performance-wise is going to be meth injection. So we'll get the meth injection done on this. And then once I take it to Speed Factory to get the dyno tune, then we'll get some dyno numbers on the car. So basically, you know, stuff like that is what we'll be doing until about spring or summertime when the weather gets better. And then once the weather gets better also, as far as the channel goes, I'm going to be doing a lot of, you know, car events and car shows. And again, it's not just going to be, you know, Mustang related stuff. You know, it'll be everything. I want to include everything on this channel. So it'll be everything from import car shows to maybe a few lowrider car shows to, you know, muscle car, just everything. I want to get everything in there. And then I'll also be doing a lot of events, you know, like at the Seattle International Raceway and stuff like that. They got really good ones. They have one that I definitely want to do where it's a import versus muscle face-off. And that's always a big thing here in Seattle. So I just want to let you guys know, you know, I do got a lot more planned for this channel than just the build of this car. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Again, I definitely I recommend all these mods that I've done, or at least, you know, that I definitely recommend this exhaust and the strut bar. The strut bar is definitely a good mod to do. Like I said, I honestly didn't even think I was really going to fill it, but I did. So if that's something you guys are looking to do, I would definitely recommend it. You're definitely going to fill it. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.